Welcome to this edition of Collier Focus. On today's show, we'll take a look at the Board of County Commissioners meeting. Several impact fees are on the decline as the trend continues. And the budget policy for fiscal year 2012 is adopted. I'm Troy Miller. We'll cover these stories and more next on Collier Focus. Stay tuned.
Whether reporting on the latest news stories or hot issues, taking a look at county government services, or announcing what's happening around the county, this is Collier Focus, bringing government home.
At the recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, impact fees for new construction are continuing to decrease. The board approved lower water, sewer, and road impact fees. The water and sewer impact fee is being reduced by $370 or 10.3%. to $3,205 per residential connection, and the sewer impact fee is decreasing $275 or 7.9% to $3,220 per residential connection. Total reduction $645 or 9.1% effective March 1st.
The impact fee rates are going down primarily because the rate of growth has slowed here in the county. That's the overriding factor. We have existing costs that we still need to recapture. However, in the past, we had existing cost and growth-related costs that we had to recapture. Now we've lost one major component of that, so the fees are, in fact, going down.
The board approved a 32% average reduction in the residential and commercial road impact fee last September. Now, the board approved another 10% decrease as the second part of the adjustment. Most other newly adjusted impact fees have seen a rate reduction.
This is the second phase of the transportation impact fee that was reviewed by the board in September. This represents about a 10% decrease, total decrease being about 42%. This has been the trend with the majority of our impact fees, mainly to do with declining land values and construction costs. We're required to look at the impact fees at least every 3 years to make sure that we stay current both on the increase and on the decrease so that people are paying their fair share of the cost to build capital assets.
Impact fees are considered to be a charge on new development to help fund and pay for the construction or needed expansion of off-site capital improvements. The board postponed a vote to replace the current flood damage prevention ordinance with a new ordinance. FEMA informed the county that the ordinance needs to be brought into compliance with the community rating system of the National Flood Insurance Program. Commissioner Tom Henning recommended a change in language that would prevent requiring an excessive permitting process for minor property improvements. Staff used the state's flood damage prevention ordinance as a starting document to revise the local ordinance. The item is expected to be revised and placed on the next agenda. All 5 commissioners voted in favor of a resolution expressing their opposition to House Bill 589. The bill, introduced in Tallahassee, would essentially take away any county's ability to deny a certificate of public convenience to a fire district that wants to provide advanced life support services, as long as the firefighters meet state standards. Commissioner Tom Henning made the motion in support of opposing the bill.
The Florida statute provides for a medical director for each county. The emergency medical director, like we have Dr. Tobin, and he sets the protocol for the responders to emergencies such as advanced life and basic life. If the bill passes in Tallahassee, which I doubt it will, but I hope it doesn't go anywhere, you can, with the amount of independent fire districts and the amount of community development districts, you can literally have 24 government districts out there providing medical service to the public. And medical service should be consistent throughout the community and not piecemeal.
Currently, the board is working with a Blue Ribbon Committee to explore the issues surrounding pre-hospital care. A public meeting with the Blue Ribbon Committee is scheduled for March 3rd. The board unanimously adopted the budget policy proposed by staff for the development of the fiscal year 2012 budget. Once again, the board will take a millage-neutral approach while anticipating a decline in taxable property value.
What we're hoping to do is fashion our preliminary budget numbers around a 3% reduction in taxable value. Interesting enough, the state has suggested that it's probably going to go up by 3.9%. However, all indications are from newspaper accounts across the state, information being offered by various property appraisers throughout the state, that those state estimates are probably 5 to 6% rich. So I think our 3% planning number, a decrease, is probably a good number for purposes of the general fund and our unincorporated area general fund. And that's what we'll develop our budgets around.
That anticipated 3% decrease in taxable value would lead to a decrease of over $8 million in the general fund and over $1 million less in the unincorporated area fund. Chairman Fred Coyle commended the staff for their fiscal responsibility.
I am happy to see that we've taken action to bring us in line with private industry workers, specifically in the area of medical premiums, where 20% are paid by the employees in private industry, and in most, well, let's say the average for state and local government workers is 11%. So Collier County moved to a 20% contribution a long time ago. And so you're to be congratulated on taking those actions to bring us closer in line with private industry standards.
Thanks.
You've done good.
The next step in the budget process is 2 public workshops to be held in June. The board reviewed the Parks and Recreation 2011 Master Plan. The plan was developed with the assistance of county residents participating in a focus group. The top 5 specific recommendations in the plan are development of Big Corkscrew Island Regional Park, construction of Eagle Lakes Community Fitness Center and Pool, construction of additional athletic fields, development of Manatee Community Park, and development of Vanderbilt Extension Community Park. The Parks and Recreation Advisory Board approved the master plan on February 16th, but requested that the recommendations are not prioritized according to importance. Parks Director Barry Williams explains the direction provided by commissioners and how the plan will be used going forward.
When we presented the Parks and Recreation Master Plan, they asked us to go out in the community and to get some more input into the process. So our consultants are going to be meeting with the public. We have 2 dates set up. One is April 6th at the South Regional Library from 6 to 8, and as well as North Collier Regional Park on April 7th from 6 to 8. So we're inviting the public to come in and listen to the master plan, what it's described, and to give us input on whether they feel that meets the parks and recreation needs of the community.
The County Tourism Department will be getting some additional money in an effort to increase our group market business. The board voted to approve the use of $500,000 from the TDC Emergency Advertising Funds. All of Florida has seen their tourism business affected by the tough economy, and Tourism Director Jack Wirt says we are on the rebound, but we still need to do more.
First of all, most group meeting attendees spend more dollars than our other leisure travelers do. They spend money in lots of different businesses while they're here. More importantly, they can then become a leisure traveler too, because they like the place and they bring their family back for a vacation. So it really works very well. The other thing that's great about groups is that the ones that we attract, the larger ones, are larger than one hotel can actually handle. And so several other surrounding hotels will also get hotel room nights from those group meeting attendees. So it really works to help us grow our market, but more importantly, the tax revenue from the tourist development tax from group meetings is higher than it is for leisure travelers. So it just makes sense for us to, as we replenish our funds from how we're marketing and advertising, this is a great opportunity for us to grow it faster.
Wirt went on to say that 2 major segments in the group business market are financial companies and medical-related companies. The Immokalee Regional Airport may soon be home to a new business. Turbo Services Incorporated is a company currently located in Margate, Florida, that is considering expanding to the county-owned airport in Immokalee. Turbo Services is proposing to construct a facility that would be used to test 707 jet engines that are being converted to generators. The owner of the company was on hand as his company made a presentation about what they plan to bring to Immokalee. Commissioner Jim Collier likes what he hears.
I invited him to come before the commission. I met with him. I've been working with him. I'm very thrilled the fact that I got a good chance of getting him to come to the Immokalee Airport and bring new jobs with it, jobs that will pay above the average minimum or average wage that we see out there today. This is an example of one of the things we're looking for the airport in Immokalee to be, as far as a business center, as far as a magnet, as far as an incubator, to be able to bring new businesses in the area. And this is one of a number of different entities we're talking to. This one's ready to go now. I'm really appreciative of Chris Curry from the airport director, for working with me on this particular project, and I know Chris is working very hard on some other ones. So it's one of the more positive things in this negative economy that we've been experiencing.
We will keep you updated as this project moves forward. Well, it's time for a break. When we come back, the Code Enforcement's nationally recognized blight prevention program hits a milestone, and the CAT bus system celebrates their 10th birthday. All of that and more when Collier Focus continues.